Now, in employment income, how we are going to calculate employment income? So we have a small format. You can see on your screen that the format is very small, but it's not a small format. It will be very detailed one. First is annual salary. Remember that we have a tax year 21, 22. We have to focus this tax year while we are calculating our employment income. Means tax year is relevant in employment income, and it's same like accrual basis. Cash basis is only applicable in property income. Employment income, we will see that how many months a person worked during the tax year, we will consider it. Annual salary as per the tax year. Vouchers, usually employer is giving vouchers to employees. These vouchers are also taxable. Bonus or commission is also taxable. Then we have a lot of taxable benefits. Taxable benefit, for example, if employer is providing you a car, fuel, mobile, house, loan, computer equipment for your use, personal use. But always remember one thing, that benefit means something free, something provided by employer to employee, but must be free. If it is free, it's a taxable benefit. We have a lots of benefit. We will discuss all of them one by one. Then we have allowed expenses. We have only 4 allowed expenses. We will discuss them in detail very soon. So this is the small format, but we have a lot of benefits and we have 4 expenses, means this format will be very detailed one. After completing this format, we will have employment income, and this employment income will comes under the column of non-savings in computation of tax, and we knows how to compute tax, right or wrong?
Right.
Okay, now our first benefit is motor car. Motor car is a detailed one. We have rules mentioned here. We will discuss all of them, but it will take some time. First of all, always remember that we have some types of cars. Benefit, definition of benefit is provided by employer, and it's provided by employer free, free for employee, free for employee. If something provided by employer and it's free, then it's a benefit. Always remember this definition: provided by employer and free for employee. Something which is free for employee is called benefit. Now I'm just going to discuss the car benefit. Means car is provided by employer to employee for personal use. Free means here we will say for personal use, employees personal use. So we have types of cars. Number 1 is petrol powered car. Petrol car. Then we do have diesel cars. We have hybrid cars, and we have electrical cars. All of them have their own rules. So first of all, whenever we will start the question, we must check that the type of car is, which type of car is under consideration. Is it petrol car? Is it diesel car? Is it hybrid? Hybrid means a car which is electronic, but it's also consume fuel. An electronic car which is 100% work on electric. Hybrid car, after some time we are going to discuss. Electric car also we will discuss later on. Today, our target is to complete petrol and diesel cars. So in diesel car, we have two types. We have some standards. We have some UK standards. These are known as RD standards. If the car is meeting the standard or the car is not meeting standards, it will be always mentioned in your paper that car is meeting these standards or no. Yes or no. It will be always mentioned in the question. You don't need to apply any test or anything to find out. It will be written very specifically, but it's always in diesel car. So we have petrol car, we have diesel car, and in diesel we have two categories. One, the diesel car, a diesel car which is meeting RDE2 standards, and a diesel car which is not meeting RDE2 standards. Till here, any confusion?
No confusion.
Okay. I need you to write down somewhere that a petrol car and a car which is meeting RDE2 standards will be treated like, you can say, the treatment of these both cars are same. Yani a car which is completely petrol car or a car which is diesel but it's meeting RDE2 standard will be treated same like petrol car. Means to say, if diesel car is yes with RDE2 standards, it will be treated same like petrol car. And what if it's not meeting the standard, the working will be changed, and we are going to discuss this later on. Any questions? Now, how to calculate car benefit? The formula or the format is this. This is the format or formula to compute car benefit. First is list price. Second is rate. Months divided by 12 means we have a tax year. If car is not available during tax year, we have to proportionate it. We have to consider the months we use during the tax year. Then benefit is, what is the definition of benefit? Something free. Something free by employer to employee. So contribution towards use means if employee is returning some money, employee is paying, you can say, a rent. So it's not a benefit. It's not a benefit. So the benefit, returning the money to employer means it's returning the benefit. So it will going to reduce my amount of benefit. And the last we are getting the answer, which is car benefit. Always remember, the car benefit will going to add up. The car benefit is going to add in your annual salary. Means the benefits are going to increase your salary amount, going to increase your employment income. Means if your employment income is higher, if your employment income is increasing, definitely your tax is going to increase. Means taxable benefits are going to increase your income, and ultimately they have an impact which is upwards, or which is, you can say, increasing the tax. Any questions?
I guess when we do the questions.
Yes, we are going to do that. Yes. First of all, please note down this formula. Now, As we know, this is the formula, but still we have to do some questions to get it hands-on. First of all, we have list price and we have rate. How to calculate rate? Petrol car or a diesel car which is meeting RDE2 standards. We are going to discuss this one only right now. Please note down that the rate based on CO2 emission. CO2 emission means carbon dioxide emission by emitted by car in atmosphere. The higher the carbon dioxide, the higher the rate will be. So how we are going to check it out? If the carbon dioxide is in between 51 grams per kilometer to 54 grams per kilometer, the percentage or the rate will be fixed as 14%. If the carbon dioxide is 55 grams, exactly 55 grams, the rate will be 15%. And if it is in excess, so it will be a formula additional 1% for every 5 grams. We are going to do some questions. First of all, this range or this thing, which I just wrote it down, that if the CO2 is in between this, it is 14%. If it is 55, it's this. And for additional, every 5 gram addition, it's a 1% plus. Is this ranges will be given to you in paper? Yes. This chart, which I just wrote it down, CO2 emission chart or the percentage chart, this chart will be available to you in your paper. No need to memorize it. It will be available. But better if you do more practice, definitely you are going to remember that. Okay.
So these grams are like determined by the rate. That okay, technically the rate is determined by these CO2
Yeah, the rate is
machines.
determined by the gram, and the grams will be given to you in paper. In the question, it will be mentioned always. Okay, and this table will be given to you in your paper. Now, this is question number 1 from our handout. During tax year, the requirement is calculate taxable benefit for the tax year 21-22 for Levi's, Nico, Fernando, Jensen, and Sebastian. We are going to learn a lot in this question. This is our key question for car benefit. Okay, formula and everything is here. First of all, I need you to read only the paragraph Levi's, please.
Baby was provided with a new diesel-powered company car on 6 August 2021. The motor car has a list price of £13,500 and an official COT emission rate of 122 grams per kilometer. The motor car meets the RDE2 standard.
Car meets the RDE2 standards, right or wrong? So it will be treated same like this, right? Same like petrol car, right or wrong? So we have the formula written here. This is the formula. I will write list price. How much is the list price?
13,500 pounds.
13,500 pounds into rate. The rate, we will do a small working for it. How much is the CO2, please?
122 grams.
120. So it's falling under this range or no? It's above 55 or no?
Yes.
So up to 55 grams, very carefully, please note down. Up to 55 grams, we have how much fixed? 15%?
15%.
But we are not 55. We are how much? 122. So in excess of 55, how much you exceeded? Can you use the calculator and tell me how many
67.
grams you exceeded? Sorry,
67.
60?
7.
67. Okay. How you got it? 122 minus 55. And our rule is for every 5 grams, there will be 1%, right or wrong?
Right.
So how much will be the answer?
13.4.
13.4. Always remember, here we are not going to write points. Here we will round it down. What we are going to do?
Round it down.
Round it down. If it is 13.4, round down means we are going to do it 13%. So the total is how much? 28%, right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay. So the rate is 28%. We got it through working. Did we have the car available whole of the tax year or some months in the tax year?
Some months.
Okay, some months. If I do a working, just for your understanding, how many months? August till end of the tax year. How many months? August, September, October, November, December,
8.
February, March. Yes, you are right. 8 by 12. So the car benefit we got. The answer. How much?
2520.
2520. That's how we are going to calculate car benefit. If a car is petrol power or same time it's a diesel power meeting RDE2 standards. If it is petrol or diesel meeting RDE2 standards, this is the methodology or method we have to use or we are going to use in order to calculate car benefit. Any questions, please? One is NICO, petrol car. Okay, petrol car means same like RD2 standards diesel car. Format we know is list price, which is 16,400 into rate, and it's throughout, so no need to work for the months. Rate, how much CO2? What is the CO2? 162 means it's above 55. So up to 55 grams per kilometer, we have 15% fixed. And for the excess, it's 162 minus 52, the excess you will get, divided by 5. How much is your answer?
21%.
It's some percent, 21 point something, but we have to take it round down. So it's 21. So it's coming how much?
36.
36% of 16,400 will be
590.
590. Sorry. What you said? Sorry.
5904.
5904. This is NICO. Any questions, please?
No questions.
Okay. Now, before moving to the next one, Fernando, I need you to learn a rule. For example, if we are using this formula, this giving us 36%, it can be anything, right or wrong?
Right.
It can come 50%, it can be 90%, it can be 80%. So is there any cap? Is there any restriction in this? So yes, there is. 37% is the maximum cap. Means if your answer is coming more than 37%, If your answer is above 37% here, like it's 36, we are fine. It's under 37%. But if it is above 37%, we must restrict our percentage to the maximum of 37. Any problem?
Could you repeat that again?
If our answer is coming, let's do it with the question better. Let's do it with the question. Fernando, we have Fernando, right? Just read the Fernando, please.
Fernando was provided with a new petrol-powered company car throughout 2021 to
Throughout.
2022.
Okay. It's very important. List price how much?
The motor car has a list price of 22,600 pounds and CO2 emission rate of 249 grams per kilometer. Fernando paid speed merchants 1,200 pounds during the tax.
Okay. He paid something. No problem. First of all, the rate working. We have to do the rate working. What is the formula for rate? What is the CO2 of this car?
249.
Okay, so up to 55 grams, how much?
15%.
Okay, and what is the excess?
194 divided by 4.
Okay, answer is
Answer is 38.8, but 38.
38.8. But we have a rule that we always round it down.
Round it down.
So
It's 38.
38. So total is
53%.
50,
53.
52%, 53%, right?
Yes.
Now, very carefully. I am writing here 37%. Why?
Because 37 above is
This
maximum.
is the rule which I just explained you, that if the percentage answer is coming in excess of 37%, we have to restrict it. We have to make a cap on 37%. The answer cannot be above 37%. So what is my car benefit?
Eight three six two.
862. Just check out the format above. List price into rate into period, which is 21-22 relevant months. Then less, what is this? Less what? Can you read it, please?
Where is it?
Less contribution towards use.
Yeah, towards use of car.
If employee is paying something from his pocket towards use of car, he has free benefit as per the tax. He is enjoying a free. He is enjoying something free which has a value of 8362. Did he spend anything? Did he spend any money to get this benefit? How much?
He paid 1,200.
He paid 1,200. So his net benefit is how much? Is it 8362 or you should deduct 1,200 from it?
Deducted.
So what is the answer, please?
7162.
7162. This is the car benefit with a restriction of maximum cap of percentage, and what we should do if we have contribution towards use. So if there is a contribution towards use, the contribution amount will going to deduct. We are going to deduct from the benefit amount because it's repayment, and repayment is not a benefit. And the maximum cap is 37% for the rate working. Any questions, please?
Could you repeat the last point, like the less contribution?
See, as per the tax, you have benefit of how much? 8362, right or wrong?
Yes.
Okay. You have a benefit of 8362. Did you spend any money on it? You spend anything? Returning the money to your company. Speed merchant is your employer. Did you pay any amount to your employer or no?
Yes.
Yes, you paid something. If you paid something, means it's a reduction in your benefit. If you return the money to employer, it means that it's a reduction in benefit. And as per the format, if you pay anything to your employer, this will going to deduct, we are going to deduct it from the final answer, which is known as contribution towards use of car. In this one, it's given you paid 1200 for the use of a car. So, okay, it's reduction in benefit will going to deduct in the benefit amount. Any problems now?
Clear.
Huh?
It's clear.
Clear? Okay. Please note it down. Now we learned cars which are petrol power, either petrol power or diesel power with CO with RD2 standards, right or wrong? What should we
Right.
do if it is a diesel power not meeting RD2 standard? Very simple, very easy. Very carefully, please look at the screen. I am writing something over here. There is an additional 4%, 4% extra. For what? If your car is not meeting RDE2, and it should be a diesel car. If diesel car not meeting RDE2 standard, everything will remain same. We are going to calculate the same percentages. Everything will remain same. But what we will do at the end, we will add 4% extra. 4% extra we are going to add up. How to do it? We are going to learn it from this question. There is a person called Sebastian. Jensen, I am leaving it for a time being. Just go to the last person, which is called Sebastian. You can see. Please read out.
Sebastian was provided with a new diesel car throughout 2021 to 2020.
Throughout. Very okay.
It has a list price of 14,000 pounds and a CO2 emission rate of 103 grams per kilometer. The motor car does not meet the RDE2 standard.
This car is not meeting RDE2 standard. So okay, no problem. We will work same we are doing before. Up to 55 grams, how much?
15%.
15%. Okay, fine. And the excess is how much? What should be the answer?
9%.
Your voice, excuse me, sorry.
9%.
9%. If it is petrol car or a car which is meeting the standard, that's the answer. But this is a car which is not meeting RDE2 standards, and it's a diesel car, right or wrong? So we are going to add 4 additional percent. How much? What we are going to do? Just we will going to add 4 extra, or you can say supplement percentage, which is fixed, which is 4. So what will be my percentage? What will be my rate? You can say it's a surcharge or something like that.
28.
28%. And the answer is
3920.
3920. Any questions, please? If the car is petrol car, or you can say diesel car meeting RD2 standard, the maximum cap is how much? What is the maximum cap percentage?
37.
37, correct. Now the question is, what will be the maximum cap percentage for diesel cars not meeting RD2 standards? This is a question, genuine question. Okay. So what will be the percentage, maximum cap percentage for diesel cars not meeting RDE2 standards? So the answer is it will remain same, 37%. Means if a car is petrol powered or if a car is diesel power, either case means meeting the standards, not meeting the standards, the percentage for the maximum cap, which is 37, will remain same. There is no difference in the upper cap. You cannot say that, sir, for petrol is 37, so for the diesel power car not meeting the standard, we are going to add 4% in the maximum cap. No, the maximum cap will remain same, which is 37%. Any questions? Please note it down.
So if a car petrol or diesel powered, whether meeting the standard or not, 37% remains the maximum, like
Yes.
the same.
Yes. Okay. Our practice question. In the last question, we left Jensen because it's an hybrid electric car. We will come back to it later on. First, our focus is to practice some questions, which is petrol and diesel. Diesel, whether it's meeting standards or not. Okay. So now the first one is Marwa. I need you to solve it by yourself, please. Was provided with a diesel car meeting RD2 standards. Okay. 6th of August, right? How many months you will consider? 8 months. List price 13,500. You can see here they are mentioning that they actually paid 12,500. What is my formula? What formula I gave you? List price, right? Or discounted price? What is my formula?
List price.
So discounted price is given. Khalli walli, no need. It's useless. We are going to ignore it because we will strict on our formula. Okay.
So
this is paid by company to purchase the car. This is not contribution towards use. Contribution towards use is always paid by employee to employer. This is not paid by employee. This is company paid to purchase the car, right? So that's why it's ignored. We are going to ignore it. How to compute rate?
It's 25%.
25 how? Up to 55 grams. It's fixed how much?
15%.
15 and then?
Then 107 minus 55 divided by 5 is 10%.
Is how much? Sorry?
10%.
10%. Round it down, huh?
Yes.
So we have 25%. Do we use the car throughout or some months? What is my final answer?
2250.
2250. Any problems, any confusion, please ask me.
No, I only had a doubt in the discount one. That's clear.
Clear? Okay, good. Now the second one is Betty. Please try by your own first. Betty, diesel car throughout tax year not meeting the standards. Okay. So 16,400 into rate 137. So up to 55 grams, how much?
15%.
And it's 137 minus 55 divided by 5 is coming how much? Sorry?
16%.
16, 16?
Yes.
Okay. But this is not the answer. because this car is not meeting the standards. So extra 4%. How much?
35%.
35%, and throughout, and there is no contribution towards use. So the answer is 5740. Any questions, please?
No questions.
Now, the next question. Before doing the next question, we are going to learn something. We knows how to calculate rate. We knows how to compute rate. But how to calculate list price? The formula to calculate list price is as follows. List price as per the question. Then if you have any information regarding cost of accessories installed in the car. In car, we do have accessories. No need to learn that there are rims, there are headlights, this, that, no need. They will write for you accessories. So if there is a accessory in it, you will going to add it. And there will be something called capital contribution. It will also be given. What is capital contribution? Capital contribution is if employee pays some money or contributes some amount at the time of purchase of a car. See, some students make it very complicated between these two. Sir, we cannot distinguish. There are a lot of students of mine who can ask me this question. So for you, I am telling you in advance. What is capital contribution and what is contribution towards use? Both are different. Capital contribution, if employee pays some amount at the time of purchase of a car, at the time of purchase of a car, it's a capital expense. So this will be deducted from the list price, and the maximum cap is 5,000. For example, if an employee contribute 3,000, we are going to deduct 3,000. If he contribute towards purchase 5,000, we are going to deduct 5,000. But if
Sir, could you repeat it again?
If an employee contribute some money from his side or her side during the purchase of a car, so this contribution is going to deduct from list price. If an employee contribute, let's say 3,000, we are going to deduct 3,000. If he contribute 5,000 towards purchase, we are going to deduct 5,000. But if he contribute more than 5,000, it can be 6,000, 5,500, 7,000, 10,000, whatsoever. Above 5,000, we will only deduct 5,000 from list price. Capital contribution means if employee pays some amount at the time of purchase of a car. Contribution towards use is different. Contribution towards use is rent, something like rent. If employee is paying some amount to company for the private use, for the use of a car. If he's paying towards use of a car, its contribution towards use, it will be deducted from the final answer. But if he is contributing some amount at the time of purchase of a car, it will be deducted from list price. Got my point?
Can you repeat the last point?
Sorry. If an employee contributed towards purchase of a car, it's a capital contribution and it will be deducted from list price. If an employee contributes towards use of a car, use of a car means during a monthly basis, or he is reimbursing to the company for his private use like rent. It's a contribution towards use, which we already saw in the previous question, and contribution towards use will be deducted from the final answer like this 1200. You can see this 1200.
Yes.
Okay, like 1200 during the use of the car. Use of the car is contribution towards use. Purchase of a car is capital contribution. How we will going to distinguish? Just read note number 3, please. Read it.
Francisco was provided with a new petrol-powered car throughout the tax year. Francisco was required to contribute £3,000 towards the purchase cost. The motor car has a list price of £22,600 and an official CO2 emission rate of 214 grams per kilometer. Francisco paid the company £1,200 during the tax year for the private use of the motor car.
Yes. Now this is the heavy one. Okay, Francisco. First of all, list price is given. How much is the list price?
22,600.
20, sorry.
22,600.
Okay. There are no accessories. This 3,000 is the contribution at the time of purchase or is a contribution
Purchase.
towards use?
Purchase.
What is the maximum cap?
5,000.
He contributed under the cap or over the cap?
Under the cap.
So 3,000 will be deducted. How much we are left with?
19,600.
Okay. Any questions still here, please? Now into rate. How to calculate rate? Up to 55 grams per kilometer, 15%, right or wrong?
Right.
This is which car? Petrol car?
Yes.
What will be the answer?
31%.
Sorry, 30?
31%.
31. And total is?
46%.
So I will write here 46% or what?
37%.
37. Yani I will write here restricted to 37%. The answer is?
7252.
Okay, very good. Is there any other thing in the question?
Yes, contribution to use.
Towards what? Purchase or use?
Use of car.
How much?
1,200.
So what is the answer?
6052.
This is the maximum. This is the maximum question you can have in your paper for the car benefit. Everything is there. Oh, okay. We can give you accessories. He can test you with the maximum of capital contribution by giving 7,000 as a capital contribution. It can be, but this is the maximum case a car benefit may have. Any problems, please? In today's class, we done with petrol power cars. We are done with diesel power cars, whether it's meeting the standard or no. In our next class, which is inshallah tomorrow, we are going to discuss hybrid cars and electrical cars. Otherwise, it will be too much for you to memorize. So please do practice on your daily, make it your daily routine to give around 2 hours to the text paper, to this paper 2 hours. Otherwise, the rules, it will be very difficult for you to memorize or recall or remember the rules. Got my point? So just copy it down and then see you tomorrow, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.